Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Star Wars: The Old Republic Smuggler. And when we last left Mesmyrhh and company, we had finished our errands on the planet Voss, and now we are heading to Corellia, which is the final mission of the main Smuggler storyline, and the last planet that Mesmyrhh is going to visit. So this should be quite interesting. So let's go ahead and...
Captain, I just received an interesting offer from one of Rogan's former men. Seems he's got some exotic cavalry that needs a home. Your doing, I trust?
Rogan's pipeline was through Gormak Zak, and Zak works for me now.
You've got the magic, Captain. Won't be another crook in the galaxy who can touch you.
You got the
You've got Rogan in
touch!
full retreat. He's calling his surviving lieutenants for a war council. I checked into all of Ivory's bolt holes. The one on Tatooine seems to be the one still active.
How you doing, Silversmith? It's been a while. You doing alright?
Give me all the details.
You put Rogan about out of commission. All he's got left is a handful of loyal killers, and he wants them to take you down in a blaze of glory. Don't let him. This is your chance to wipe the slate and call the biggest criminal empire in the galaxy your own.
I like criminal empires, and it looks like the crew want to go ahead and have a chat. Hey, Ani. So things are going well over in your neck of the woods? School goes on, retirement looks better all the time. Yeah, I can imagine that. How many years have you been teaching, boss? Mini moons? So who should we talk to first, guys? The entire crew is here. 33 years. Tell you what, let's just go around the ring here. And it doesn't look like we have to talk to Corso anymore, so that's comforting. We'll talk to Bodar. I have learned from fighting with you. You stay cool. Let your enemies batter themselves against you. Watching you helps me direct my rage. It should serve me, not drive me.
My fighting style pretty much comes down to, I really don't like pain.
I do not mind pain, but it is wise to fight with the mind and not just the hand. Good, Bodar. That's our good Wookiee pal there. Now, let's go from Fuzzy to Scaly.
They should make every Jedi kid spend time in a war zone. When you see what real Sith are like, it makes my blood run cold. And don't make any fish jokes there. I'm serious. It makes you see why the Jedi make such a big deal about not giving in to the dark side.
Hey, Seraphim.
Thinking about going back?
I am. But right now, I'm in your crew, and I can't ask for anything better. But Master Lauren was right. The road to the dark side starts with things we all feel. Jealousy, greed. They're all the seeds of it. I'd rather spend the rest of my life meditating on a cold rock than turn into that.
Have any artifacts to trade? Must be at least 2 centuries old. Ooh, let's talk to our Mandalorian girlfriend.
I have learned more about the scum who betrayed my clan. Tiari Rook claims he has earned the title Mandalorian. But I heard nothing of him passing the trials of strength and courage required to join a clan.
Okay. Ever been with a warrior woman?
What does it take to be adopted as a Mandalorian?
It is up to each clan. We do not care much for central authority. But no one would accept a new brother who had not shown his worth. I have called myself Mandalorian since I left my mother's side at age 3 to begin training. It is not easy to put that behind me.
Don't change on my account.
Do you want to go back? Live as a Mandalorian again?
My father's training will always be part of me. I had a jetpack and blaster before I ever had a friend. Keba Jirir, Garade, Jagisha Day, Kotla Adalisha Day, Kotla Shaya.
Gesundheit.
Train your sons to be strong, but your daughters to be stronger.
Ooh, I like that, actually. Okay, our influence rank has increased to 6.
It's not easy to get time alone with you, Captain. Maybe we should make up an urgent mission for Risha and Corso and everyone. Somewhere at least an hour away.
Oh, she takes the initiative, God bless her.
An hour? I think I'm insulted. We'll need the whole night.
I took the liberty of booking them a room planetside. You will be the first outsider to be this close to me without my armor.
Oh, man. Just take off some of it? Wretch plays After Dark.
They've been missing out.
And here we go. Oh, wow, Mesmyrhh. Holy crap. Well done.
I had no idea all those smuggling compartments were for more than just cargo.
That's it. I've had it with you two sneaking around
Don't-
here. Out!
Me? What of you? I will not tolerate this insult any longer. It is one thing to watch your eyes stray on every world we visit, but I will not live with a rival in my own home.
Whoa.
You knew her first, but no man of honor would begin to court me before permanently ending whatever understanding you had with her.
Finally, something we agree on.
Cat
Give
fights?
up your claim to him. He has chosen me.
The tea is being spilled. Oh, no. Okay. This would have never happened to Threll. So, can't I have both? Yeah, tick them off. So, here's the thing. Risha. Let's go through our line of thought here. Well, if you keep down the hissing. So we have some options here, guys. I'm sure this is going to be like Wing Commander 3, and if I say, can I have both, I'm going to lose both. So I have to choose between Akave and Risha. Here's the thing. Akave's pretty straightforward. It's kind of appropriate, I would think, that Mesmyrhh would hook up with a girl like that. And then you've got Risha, who really we haven't gotten that close to, and she's royalty. And do we take kind of the Princess Leia approach? Do we go with the warrior woman? What do we do? She leads us on. Yeah, that's probably very true. She doesn't seem to be particularly likable either, but neither does Akave, but she seems pretty... She reminds me a lot of Kaleo, just a more militant kind of Kaleo. Let's see. Am I saying? Alright, I need you guys' opinions. Who should we go for? Cast your votes now. Should we go with Akave, the Mandalorian, or Risha, the rich heiress? Vote now on your phones. Okay, we've got one vote for Risha, one vote for Akave. Crag is going with Akave via that Zoe vote. So we got 2 for the Mando, 1 for Risha. Anyone else want to state their opinions here? I'm really glad this isn't timed. It'd be horrible. I don't like mind games. Yeah. Mesmyrhh is very similar to Wash. We need a Zoe in our lives, don't we? And besides, if Mesmyrhh is going to end up being the head of this huge criminal empire, then we need a strong, enforcer. So you know what?
That's right, Risha. It's been fun, but you don't have the helmet.
You are a sick, sick man.
Do you not accept his choice? Shall we duel for who remains a part of this crew?
Big damn hero,
I
sir.
don't want your leftovers. You can have him.
Were she Mandalorian, we would both be dead now. Do not ever put me in that position.
Alright, I can think of a few more. And I gained 50 influence with Risha. Let's go have a chat with her now.
Guess who found a potential accomplice in the Dubrillian aristocracy? Feast your eyes on this hollow-embossed, genuine flimsoplast invitation.
Well, you got over that
See
quickly.
that fancy Arabesh lettering? Hand-drawn. In ink. Classy. Count Merritt Reneld requests the favor of your presence at a discreet location in the Galactic Senate Tower on Coruscant at a time of your choosing.
Coruscant? Why not Dubrillion?
Coruscant is neutral ground. Meeting at the Senate Tower? That's a gesture of respect. Count Reneld is one of the most popular nobles on Dubrillion. He's also secretly organizing a rebellion against the king. His invitation is addressed to Risha Drayan, royal heir to the Drayan dynasty. He's taking me very seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might be able to have our cake and eat it too.
I didn't think you were broadcasting your true identity.
I had no choice. Risha from Nar Shaddaa.
It's a
doesn't
trap.
carry the same weight as Risha the future queen.
Oh, are we going to go do...
I'm contacting him by Hollow to arrange our meeting.
Ah.
Wanted you here to help me get a read on him. Opening a channel. Whoa.
This is a tremendous moment, your royal heiress. I grew up hearing tales of the Drayan dynasty, the great battles your ancestors fought. I never believed I'd meet a member of that proud bloodline in person. You have my deepest sympathies for your family's exile.
Make your pitch already.
We don't have all day. Stop sucking up and get to the point.
You must be the starship captain who recovered the crown of Dubrillion. My world is in your debt.
The king wants that crown, and my head. He won't be happy if he finds out we're talking.
Walt Disney.
The man has lost all reason. He must be removed from power, but in a way that spares our world a bloody civil war. I believe the common people and aristocracy alike would embrace the Drayan dynasty heir, especially if she wears the crown of Dubrillion.
Uh-huh.
Nothing is ever that easy. Skip to the part where our lives get complicated.
It will not be enough to dethrone the king. He must be replaced by someone that people view as one of their own. Right now, you are an outsider. The only way to change that is to marry someone from the existing aristocracy.
Get married? To who?
Well, the only available suitor is... Great stars, this is awkward. I am offering myself in marriage to you.
Cheh.
You sound a little nervous, Count. Is your heart really in this?
Forgive my hesitance. I only feared insulting the lady with my abruptness. The circumstances are far from ideal. I understand my proposal is abrupt, but I wished to make my intentions clear and not waste your valuable time.
Getting Littlefinger vibes
I
off
certainly
him.
don't expect an immediate response. All I ask is that you consider this for the good of Dubrillion.
That'll be easier to do once we've met in person. I'm on my way to Coruscant. See you there, Count. Well, that wasn't awkward at all.
That was the worst blind date ever. You've known this guy all of 2 minutes and he proposes marriage? Crazy.
This isn't romance, it's just politics. Under the circumstances, I should probably take this meeting alone. Be back soon, Captain.
Okie dokie. Sometime later.
Never talked to a complete stranger for that long before. Count Reneld gives to charities, builds orphanages, creates wildlife preserves, and those are just his hobbies. You ever consider we've been wasting our lives?
Yeah. Wow.
Somebody's got a crush on Count Nice Guy.
He is nice, but I'm not rushing into anything. I told the Count I needed time to think about his proposal. That'll give me a chance to run a deep background check. If this guy is as good as he seems, he just might help me overthrow the king without getting married.
Yeah, what could he possibly want?
Count Reneld is a man of his word. He sends me daily updates about his rebellion's progress. Incredibly sweet, beautifully written updates.
Uh-huh.
I knew taking Dubrilion's throne would be a challenge, but this is getting complicated. Merritt's every bit the man he appears to be. Even the dirt I've dug up on him turned out clean.
Oh, it's Merritt now, huh? Sounds like you two are getting downright chummy.
He keeps insisting I not refer to him so formally. It's cute. Nothing about this guy triggers warning bells. When it comes to husbands, I could do a lot worse. I'll stop bothering you. I needed to talk, and you're the only person who understands me.
How honest have you been with your new boyfriend? Does he know all about your past?
I tried to tell him. He said it didn't matter who I used to be. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I'm sure there's trouble somewhere with our name on it. What do you say we go take all its credits?
All right, very quickly to the rebound. Grisha, good for you.
I was prepared for almost anything if it meant becoming queen. Foiling assassination attempts, fighting wars, bunking on this ship for years. Just kidding. Marrying the Count was never part of the plan. Can I really do that?
Use him for all it's worth. Well, here, we're going to... What should we do? Should we tell Risha to use him for all it's worth? Maybe you shouldn't marry the Count? Or you just asked the wrong person? Like, this is out of my pay grade kind of thing. As the episode 2 romance music plays. The thing that scares me, Hopsfee, is what would have happened had that gone the other way around. Like, we started romancing Risha after we started things with Akave. She probably would have just tried to kill us in our sleep. Seraphim says pay grade. Anyone else have any strong opinions one way or the other? Because this could definitely be interesting, depending on where it goes, you know? Do we tell her not to? That's Rhodey and Honey. What do y'all think? I kind of think that we can get out of this fairly easily and just tell her to use him for all he's worth. Or, you know what? It is out of my pay grade. So I'm just going to say, just going to be honest and say, roll the die. Now, Craig, I think this is outside of Mesmyrh's purview.
I'm trying to think of what I wouldn't do to become rich and powerful. Nope, I got nothing.
I've seen how your eyes wander every time we land on a new planet. You might get married, but could you stay that way? Ugh. I hadn't even thought about producing heirs. Not that he wouldn't be a great father. This conversation's officially given me a headache. Let's go do something outrageous.
Okay. Can we go talk to Akave again? Nope. No, we cannot. Shame. Well, you know what? If she ends up with a really nice guy that can make her rich, okay. No worries then. Now, where should we go? Actually, all we got to do is travel to Tatooine. Because it looks like we're going to take on Rokon the Butcher, like, right now. Hi, Kath. You missed all the excitement, unfortunately. The Bachelor in Space. Very much so. Oh my god. Okay. Speaking of reality shows. Like The Bachelor. Long story short, Kath, Risha confronted... Or Akave and Mesmyrhh had fun times, and Risha took exception to it, and I had to make a choice. And going along with Craig's suggestion, since Mesmyrhh is very much like Wash in a lot of ways, we needed a Zoe. We needed a warrior woman, so we decided to pick Akabe. And it looks like Risha is about to marry some sort of noble in order to get the throne of that planet that she had her eyes on. So it all kind of worked out, but there was a very tense moment there for a little bit. But speaking of reality shows, so I went over to my brother's house yesterday. That's actually why I didn't stream this on Monday. And he told me, he was like, bro, I need you to watch this reality show. And I was like, I don't watch TV, man. And he was like, well, this is important. So he sits me down, and him and his wife, and there's a network called We, which is Women's Entertainment, which I believe is like basically an Oprah-funded Lifetime network. And there's this show called Love Out of Lockup or something like that. And it's about people who fall in love with inmates and then try to make a life with those inmates after they get out of jail. Okay? And I was just like sitting there like, why are you making me watch this? I don't understand why. And there was this guy who shows up, and he's from New Mexico. He is from my hometown of Hobbs, and I went to high school with him. And his dad's meat market was right across from my high school. I used to park there all the time when I went to school. And he's one of the characters on that show who fell in love with a woman who was convicted of like false checks and federal charges and something like that, who was originally from Midland, Odessa. And it was so weird because they love after lockup. And I'm sitting there watching this guy who I remember walking the halls of the school. And man, life has ridden him hard and put him away wet, to use a horse term. And it is just insane, like, what's happened to him. It's sad, actually, but the entire time that I'm watching this, my brother and my sister-in-law are staring at me, like wanting to get my reaction to see if I knew him. And I was like, oh my god, I do know him. And they were asking me, like, what was he like? Was he always like this? And I was trying to remember, because I don't remember a whole lot of folks from high school. I just did a lot of activities in college that made me forget a lot of high school. And then he's been married 3 times. He married the inmate, but his first marriage was to a girl named Haley, and she actually shows up. The most surreal thing about this reality show is a lot of the stuff is filmed in Hobbs, and a lot of, like, they go into the mall that I used to and I'm like, it's weird to see that, like, on a television, like a place that you hung out when you were younger. And the ex-wife shows up, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember her too. I was like, I remember her a lot more than the guy. And yeah, very, very much a small world. But now that my brother and my sister-in-law are laughing at me, because now they just like, now you want to watch and see what happens, do you? And I'm like, you know what? I do. So I'm going to have to find like streams of this trash TV and start watching it. God help me. Just because it's all local. Okay, so Rogan the Butcher
Report your ailments.
should be here. And we have got a lot of stuff here. Holy crap. Let's get our visionary gear. Tritanium gloves. That's a schematic. We don't really care about that. We have a 168 implant. We will keep that. What does that look like? That is the Sword of Grayskull. We'll sell that. We'll sell the Assault Cannon. That's probably a nameless extra on an MTV reality show way back when. Wow.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Any gear that ain't red? No, that does not seem to be the case. This is all, like, if I get the chest piece on, it's red. red and white, which would look cool like on Hoth or anything, but I think Mesmyrhh's look is just a little too iconic. So, oh, wait a minute. We need to get rid of that. That is actually a tank.
Stand by for examination and suggested products.
It's a tank item.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Okie doke. Search the room for the door switch. Nothing happens. Aha! The Cardinal's secret snack chamber. Oh, you guys are talking about that Masked Singer show? Well, I actually was on a reality show once upon a time. I was actually not on... my face wasn't shown, and that was actually by design. There was this reality show called, like, West Texas Investors Club. And it was these kind of rich oil guys that would invest in different small businesses around the area. And one of them is Matthew McConaughey's brother. His name's Rooster. And I like Matthew McConaughey, but I really dislike his brother, and I'll tell you why. So this lady had an app basically to point out interesting and offbeat things to do in a town, just for defense turrets. So if you're in a town and you don't know exactly what to do, this app can point you out to stuff that's a little off the beaten track. And the LARP that I played was one of the things they wanted to show that the app pointed out. So they had contacted us on the internet earlier and wanted to have like a meeting. And the more I heard the premise, the more I thought, you know, this is probably a really bad idea. Because reality shows, when it comes to geek culture, usually don't have flattering things to say about us or how we're portrayed, or, you know, because if you think about a lot of the movies and TV shows, like especially LARPers aren't looked at very favorably. So when we all met up at this place on a Thursday, and they had a full camera crew and everything. The group had brought their own LARP weapons, which were made out of cardboard, and we had to kind of explain to them that that's not really how we did things. And I wore a face mask. Like, I had my full, like, Dark Lord gear on, and I made sure that I had my mask on at all times. And they made us sign the disclosure agreement, you know, that we couldn't sue or anything like that, which is normal for television. And, yeah, and everything was filmed, and we did, like, action shots, like, establishing shots, like we were running through it. Like, reality TV is all crap. It's all BS, and you guys probably already know that. But, because they have these establishing shots, a lot of it's not live, a lot of it is, you know, staged. And, the director, like, really liked it. He's like, I'm really surprised how much fun I had with this. You guys are awesome. And he was going to have us portrayed very well. And I was like, all right. And I told my friends, like, after they left, they're like, they are going to slaughter us in editing.
I'd wish you good luck.
And
but I know you don't need it.
And they all went, you know, Wretch, you don't know what you're talking about. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great exposure for our park and all of this. And I told them, I was like, the director, the guy who was there filming the footage, he may have been incredibly positive about what we were doing. The producers, the people who actually run the show, they're going to look at that and they're going to cut it and edit it however they want to. And sure enough, when that episode came out, they show like the establishing shots, and I had a friend of mine who was in garb and he had his face shown, and Rooster basically made fun of him and called him a doughboy or a Pillsbury doughboy or something like that on the show after they showed a shot of him running. And they showed, you know, a lot of people were embarrassed they were upset. I was on the show briefly in a few shots, but I didn't like really stand out. I was given off the impression during that shooting day, wearing the full mask and everything, that just no one needed to talk to me at all. And yeah, they just kind of looked at me and I was just like, I'm sorry guys, I tried to tell you. Like, I worked in TV for quite a few years. I know how they establish it. It's bad. It's really bad. And since then, like, reality TV has just made me cringe because that's all I think about. Should we have our warrior? Yeah, actually, that sounds like a plan.
Whatever.
Cool.
My guns itch.
Well, your guns itch. I will have you know that that had nothing to do with me. I am innocent of all charges.
On your feet.
Okay. And this, keep in mind, we are taking on the rest of Rogan's troops. So if we're able to take out the Butcher here, that means that we just got one more person to take out, and that is the Voidwolf himself. Oh, there he is. Hello, Rogan. Bold. And you're blind.
Does this make you proud? You fool the Republic into drowning you in honors while you fetch and heal for the Empire. Maybe you'll kill me, but not before I show the galaxy that you're a traitor.
That's nice, but...
Every word we say just delays your death.
Whoa! Ladies? Oh, those head tentacles are shaking in fear.
The joke's on you!
What? Hi?
You're awfully trusting, Captain. A man helps you once so you can trust him forever. A woman gets selected so she'll be loyal to the office. See what your patrons are saying now.
Once that idiot captain takes out Rogan, the rest of the gangs will fold. We'll have the whole underworld locked up.
Then the Voidwolf will keep his promise? When the Empire wins, I'll have a planet of my own?
I never got to thank you for rescuing them from Rogan at Port Nowhere.
Huh.
All these missions. You were the one behind them?
I never thought you'd survive the King's ransom. But it was awful good-hearted of you to clear Rogan out of my way.
The men executed for your crimes on Balmorra. They were his enemies.
Now there's no one left to stand against me.
Alrighty, let's work together! Actually, what is your plan? You're a villain, you like to monologue.
Since I'm dead anyway, what are you doing once you own the underworld? Gangsters make notoriously bad slaves.
He's put together a pirate fleet. The Republic expects an attack from outside, not from gangs within their borders.
Jane, Desora, finish this off.
You were duped. Doesn't raise my opinion of you, but it does put us on the same side. I'll get your back, you get mine.
No, I can shoot the two ladies and kill them without your help, but...
Let's see who's still standing when this is done.
Divide and conquer.
These remind me of the two sisters, or assassins, or Black Sun, who used Terrascasi. Okay, that's one. Hello there, sister. Easy. Ladies, please.
I'm man enough to admit you saved my life. Guess that's worth a ship full of blasters. You win. I'm just glad all the good you did the Republic was real and not another setup.
Huh.
If we'd known the truth, maybe we could have teamed up sooner.
Don't think this means I'll be giving the toast at your wedding or anything. Beyond you and me, the Voidwolf's got most of the galactic underworld working for him or running scared. He needs to go down, and I'm too old to do it. But I'll give you any weapons you need out of my personal vault.
That's it? You give me a few guns and sit this out on your couch?
I've still got some credibility in the underworld. If you didn't destroy it, I'm gonna rally who I can to aid the Republic. The Voidwolf's flagship is at Corellia. He was part of the plot to force its government to sell out to the Empire. My guess is Darmus and Dodonha are with him. You want to chase them, I can put you in touch with Correo, a fence I work with. I'm glad I never managed to knock you off.
That wasn't going to give us an option to shoot him anyway. Okay, well, time to travel to Corellia. And did we get a title? Outlaw, Republic Privateer, the Butcher's Bane. Cool. Well, let us go ahead and get out of here. Trying to remember where the Anchorhead Cantina. Getting a little ahead of ourselves here, guys, but I'm letting you know. I did a bit of research, and I know what game I'm going to be playing here on Twitch once this series is over. And I think you guys are going to like it. It's very space opera-ish, like Star Wars, but it was one of my favorite games on the PS2 that I was able to find in really good condition, and I think it looks great being streamed. So I won't spoil it, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And I'm hoping it's as good as I remember it. Okay, where was this? Okay, this way. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Better not be Rebel Assault. One of these days, Kath, when we were just doing kind of a random whatever stream day, I'm going to fire up Rebel Assault and see if I can get that canyon mission done with. Oh, E.T. on the Atari. Another thing New Mexico is infamous for. Having a whole landfill full of those things in Alamogordo. Which I have been to many, many times. Not the landfill, but Alamogordo. Which, depending on who you talk to, could also classify as a landfill. Oh, 20 questions about the game, Seraphim? Nah. I wanna keep it secret. Keep it safe. Now we'll go to Corellia, just like I said at the start of the stream. Yeah, Jackbox was fun. We do need to do that again. We need to do Jackbox, and we also need to start at least a casual playthrough of the Link to the Past randomizer, which I'll probably be doing on Thursday. We're going to do Star Wars again tomorrow, and then we'll have our randomizer day on Thursday. Locate the Gilded Descent Casino. Good old Corellia. We also need to check our mail. We've got 2 unopened pieces. Looking forward to Wretch's playthrough of Bomber Jack. Welcome to my playthrough of the entire Leisure Suit Larry series. We playing pinball for Windows? Oh man, I would so play pinball for Windows, at least for a little bit. Space Cadet. Now I wonder how long Corellia will be, because I remember it was quite the slog on Threll. But to be fair, I also wasn't, like, stopping in the middle of adventuring to go decorate my house or anything.
We can't just stand around while the Empire...
Yes, we can.
While the Empire walks all over us.
What exactly do you expect us to do?
Pick up a blaster, fight!
That's suicide.
Okay, good talk. No, anything but that.
You for hire? The Republic needs every gun that's willing. Corellia's under Imperial control. Every squad, soldier, and CO in the galaxy is fighting to get her back. We thought the Empire had taken the planet by force. Turns out, they had the Corellian Council's blessing.
I can't see the average Corellian agreeing to that.
The people of Corellia made the first strikes against the Empire. Unfortunately, they didn't do much damage. The Empire's taken over factories, shipyards, even local transport. The transport blockades become the most urgent problem. The Republic's got allies all over Corellia. But without access to the rocket tram system, most of the Republic army is stuck here.
Where do these rocket trams run?
The suspended tracks all around Coronet City. It's the only way to reach some areas, and troop deployment's crippled without it. Corellia is a core world, a major industrial hub, and one of the founding members of the Republic. If we fall here, it might be for good. General Aves knows more about the tram system situation. He wants to see anyone willing to help.
I'll report to General Aves. Just tell me where to find
you. You had me at higher,
General Aves
dude.
has a command bunker here in the spaceport. I'll tell him to expect you.
I'm trying to remember, like, what systems I had growing up. Like, I started out with the NES, and then the SNES, Game Boy, Nintendo 64, Game Gear, then the PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PS4. I kind of go back and forth on that. PS2, then the Xbox 360. I had an Xbox as well, but then the 360 predominantly. I never had a PS3, and then I went to PS4.
A world at war. It's like coming home. Let's begin this hunt.
Oh, see, she's happy. She is pleased that things are going this way. Oh, we got to go to the blockade runner. A little bit of optimism. Ah. You bought the Switch the day of release. Are you liking it? Was it a good purchase? I thought about getting a Switch. So, like I said, the last Nintendo system that I owned was a Nintendo DS. The last, like, big console, though, was the 64, so it has been a while. Did we go through here? Yes.
General Aves, I was told you could use some help.
Captain? More than one officer has told me you can get things done. Corporal Hartke explained we've lost access to the rocket trams, but he wasn't clear to know why. The Empire's gotten their hands on some modified neutron emitters. They're using them to wipe out anyone on board the trams.
Getting access to the tram is useless if we can't ride it.
The neutron emitters only affect life forms. The trams themselves are still mechanically sound. The Republic has allies all over Corellia, but they're no help if we can't reach them. We've got to find those neutron emitters. We've received word that Corsac may have intel on the neutron emitters' location. They've carved out a safe haven in the red light sector.
Red light sectors are usually full of criminals.
Not anymore.
Like me.
Lots of civilians hiding there. Most of the casinos, clubs, and cantinas have been shut down.
Sounds boring.
Without trams, the only way to reach the red light sector is on foot, and Imperial shock troops control what's in between. If you attack the Empire's supply camps, the shock troops will be distracted. My escort will move to meet up with Corsac as fast as we can.
I'll make a big mess for the Imperials to clean up.
We don't have time for hotshots. Get their attention and get out.
He did say the red light sector.
Once you reach the red light sector, meet me in the Gilded Descent. It's an old casino turned Corsac fortress. I'll let Corsac know we're coming. We'll be right behind you.
Alright, alright, alright. I wish you could change. I think Mesmyrhh would be awesome with a Matthew McConaughey voice. You could change their voices up just a little. We don't know the laws on Corellia. It may be a completely legitimate business transaction. Okie dokie. Destroy stockpile, destroy stockpile, destroy stockpile, and then go to the Gilded Descent Casino. Oi. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Good old Corellia. It's cool, man. I have a camera. I just dropped this lady's turkey and bacon because I'm so shaky. Why for you shaky, honey? That's not good. You haven't eaten since like 1 p.m. and you have kind of low blood sugar, then you should stop typing on here and make yourself a sandwich or get yourself some chips or something.
On your feet.
Just saying. I've already made a sandwich, Dad. I'm eating it now. Okay, good. It's like, don't you die on me. And holy crap, yeah, there's a lot of Imperial troops here. Whoa. We're level 52. That's what we got lowered to. But we still should have plenty. I think 52 is our gear level, so we're still at an advantage. You eat when you can. Ugh. Can we ninja this?
Heal.
Oh, almost. Excellent. Now we'll just hustle around here, take care of the other one, and then head to the cantina. Sorry for me continually rubbing my nose. My sinuses are not happy with me today. Picking up an application from LabTech. There's LabTech over here, too. I believe. Loose! Oh. And go report to the general, who is in the cantina, strangely enough. I think lab tech is in this area. I could be wrong, but I do know there's a ton of laboratory places here that need couriers and workers. That's where we all should be? Okay, Seraphim, thanks for hanging out. You have a good one. We are going to try our best to get as much of Corellia done as we can here in an hour and 10 minutes, guys. If we are lucky, we could conceive... I highly doubt that we would be able to clear the planet by the next stream, but we are going to give it a shot, by God. And who are you, very big Twi'lek? No, friend, your eyes don't deceive you. I am indeed Hanik Vrish, Grand Master of the casino. But now that the Republic has made the Descent their headquarters, I find myself seeking diversion elsewhere. And this war has provided plenty of opportunities to wager.
Rumor is you brought down a Hutt's business empire in one sabacc game. Took everything you had, right down to his back scratcher.
I thought that was a nice touch, but we digress. You see, I have a sizable sum resting on the Empire losing this war, and I dislike having my investments threatened. The Empire has appropriated several hidden cameras that I installed nearby years ago. Very unsporting, especially since with a little rewiring, those cameras could spy for the Republic.
You're not what I'd call a neutral party in this.
Well, yes. Why shouldn't patriotism be rewarding? Hardwiring the cameras for Republic use should be elementary, though the Empire might have reservations. Let me try and get some nuggets after work. The sub was gross because I didn't put marinara on it. Ew. Okay, let's meet our contact here. We are going to be shooting some friends. Hey! Apisky, resubscribe. Thank you so much for half a year. You've been subscribed to the channel. You are awesome. A slice of fried gold, ma'am. How you doing? If you came to try your luck at the gambling tables, I'm sorry to disappoint you. The casino is closed until further notice. Republic military forces have reappropriated it for the war effort.
You know where a man named Curao might have fled to?
He was arrested trying to bribe General Garza. What business had you with him?
No doubt the usual sort of business. My assistant, Hereda, of the Drawl.
Hello, Jedi.
Seemed the war didn't heed our wish, Captain, though Sharis made it back alive and whole. I trust you're here with Senator Dodonna. She arrived days ago and has been overhauling our strategy against the Empire.
Okay. Doing alright, just lots of mom things?
Very convenient you showing up here. I'm not answering any questions.
You trusted me once, Captain. Has something changed?
Sorry. I get cranky when I've been jerked around by an Imperial agent disguised as a senator.
That's quite an accusation. Considering Dodonna's word is your only source of credibility in the Republic. Do you have proof? The Senate will require evidence.
Darmus Polarin was working with her. Maybe we can get him to turn on her.
Darmus Polarin? His relationship with Dodonna has been the top scandal on Coruscant. Freda, check our records. Darmus Polarin's a known criminal. Does the SIS list any aliases or safe houses he's used on Corellia?
Aw, Magic, thank you very much for that, host. I appreciate that. According to the database, he co-owns the cantina and maintains a private residence there. I can send you the coordinates.
A slug like Darmus always leaves a nice slimy trail.
If you find anything useful, I'm waiting on the link.
Okay, so we'll go and put a blaster bolt through his head. I figure Mez would be one of the people to not take betrayal well. At least with Rogan the Butcher, he's up front that he wanted to kill us. General.
Welcome to the Gilded Descent. Corsac had the intel on the neutron emitters ready and waiting for us. The emitters are at Coronet Shipping. They're a major distributor of starship parts and weapons. The place is built like a fortress. Unfortunately, the Empire's using it as shock troop headquarters. That makes a straight assault impossible. Too many defenses.
We beat the shock troops around the spaceport, didn't we?
That was just a few patrols. We're talking about a fully staffed and heavily armed HQ. Nearly every place on Corellia has a back door. Corsac thinks some of the Solonian tunnels run right under Coronet Shipping. The Solonians haven't dealt much with the Republic, so I sent a Corellian to do the negotiating. He should have been back by now.
I've never heard of the Solonians.
One of Corellia's native species. They were tunnel dwellers, until the Empire cut off their supplies.
Sir, Imperials attacked the rendezvous point. Captain Kantaris and the Solonian have been captured.
Someone tipped off the Imperials. Do we know where they're being held?
There's a captured Corsac station nearby. It would have the cell blocks and fortifications they'd need.
Corsac needs to keep the red light sector secure. You've got to free Captain Kantaris and his Solonian contact.
Okay, but...
If they've been interrogated, the Empire might know your plans.
If they haven't, we're in the clear. Either way, I don't trust them with the Imperials for long. These Corsac stations have room for plenty more prisoners. Help them if you can. But Kantaris and his contact are your primary concern. I'll put Corsac on alert, and tell my scouts to watch for any sign of them. Get going.
Radio, man, radio. And looks like everything is this direction. Can we mount up here? Nope. Shame. How'd your stream go, Z? Okay, so we got the occupied Corsac station and partners in crime. So let's do travel advisory first. Trying to figure out what's wrong with slobs. Do you want me to look at it after my stream's done? Try and do some voodoo on it. Only now starting to defrost after taking Tracker to the dog park. How cold is it over there? Ah, curses.
Stay down, fool.
I forgot that Akavi is all about the melee. And that was the wrong way. Ooh, holding cell access card. Okay, yay, got what I needed. All according to plan. Probably around -4, not including wind chill. Good God. That sounds pleasant. Stupid bottlenecks. Just clearing the way. Taking out the trash. And looks like we have to free a bunch of different people. And bam. Love that little sniper shot. I guess we cleared this floor. Ugh, about to sneeze. There we go. So far, so good. We're just freeing tons of felons. Hello there, Duro. Who are you? Oh, you saved me. I can't thank you enough.
Take care of yourself.
I will. Thank you. Oh, are we gonna have like little moral quandaries for each cell? That'll be fun. Rhodian! I bet we have to shoot them. It's about time somebody sprung me. Imps are crawling all over this place, and I haven't taken down a single one. You're welcome! Door number 3. Oh, hello there, Nautilin. You saved my life. I thought I was dead for sure.
All part of the service.
Thank you so much. Hey, would you like to come on my ship? Anyway. We'll take out the Imperial Demolition Droid. I think it's the only elite here. Bam, there we are. Do like the notion that the Imperials only ever capture good people. Let's see if there's any scumbags here. A rescue? This is more like it. Time for some payback. And one more. Ah. Lots of Twi'leks. Who are you?
I'm the cavalry. Let's get you out of this mess.
Thank you. I'll never forget this. I probably will, though. Not to be rude or anything. Good lord, they're putting us through the ringer already. Just already we're dealing with tons of choke points. And I see... we can't free these folk. These must be the bad people. We got torture chambers here. Lovely. Just what you'd expect. And we are going to avoid the demolition drone. Your animated wallpapers that you use when you don't have games or Photoshop is eating the CPU. I was kind of curious about that, but I'm glad that you're able to find it. That should at least make things a little bit better. Static images it is.
Corporal Kantaris, General Ave sent me to get you out of here.
Just in time, too. I didn't like the looks of those Imperial interrogators. This is Goss, head of the local Solonian Sept. She can get us inside Coronet shipping.
Not anymore. My people are in danger. I'm glad to be free, but this has gone too far.
Has something happened to the Solonians?
Empire smelled Solonian betrayal. Now they know we helped Corsac and the Republic. My Sept is trapped. They leave their burrows, the Imperials kill them. They stay, they starve to death.
If I get them out, is there somewhere safe they can go?
The red light sector is safe. They know the way. Solonians move fast if the way is clear. If you think you can save them, go fast. Our burrows are in the shipyards, hidden in the wreckage. Imperials have my Sept surrounded. They will try to stop you. Keep the Solonians out of the fight.
Will you two be alright from here?
Place looks pretty cleared out. Goss and I will get back to the red light sector and meet up with General Aves. The Imperials will hit the Solonians hard once they discover our escape. You better move fast.
Will do. Moving fast is definitely on the agenda. 114 to replace the 100. And now we need to head to the casino. Unfortunately, we have to go back the way we came. I don't want to use fast travel point just yet. Maybe a little bit later. Have you switched over Photoshop to use the graphics card instead of the CPU? Oh, respawns. Crap. Alright, fine. No, then we'd have to... Okay, go, warrior woman. It's meat shield time. It uses memory mostly. What did you do, Ray? I give up. Flee! Flee for your life, Mesmyrhh. Oh, Akavi's giving him a fight. Let's try and get out of the way here. Can't dismiss her. Evade, 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 evade. There we go. Good as new. My first act as your Mandalorian mate will be me throwing you to the wolves. FF10 is mature content? I didn't think what's her name was that provocative. Shiva. That's the only thing I can think about that... That is very strange. Securities, bartenders. Where's our buddy? Hey, Drew. Checking for messages received.
Darmus, this is Nevis, kid. Those blasted Imperials are getting closer. We're ready to risk your plan. Meet us by the Pirates' Hall Cantina. Every true Carillion patriot will be there. We'll blow open Supply Tunnel 26 and come up right in the middle of the Imperial forces. Hit those leeches where it hurts. The Council won't sell Corellia out from under her native sons.
And they're just going to be walking straight into a trap.
Dharma seemed to have hooked up with some rebel leader named Nevis Kit. They're trying to blow open, Supply Tunnel 26?
Dharmas ingratiated himself quickly then. Nevis Kit used to be a captain in Corsac, the Corellian police force. Now he leads our fiercest squadron of guerrilla defenders.
But to open Supply Tunnel 26, this is lunacy. It's sabotage. It's treachery piled on treason. Clearing the tunnel gives the Imperials a path straight to our hearts.
He must be working with Nevis Kit to undermine Corellia's defenses.
Oh, okay. The Selodian tunnel network is a labyrinth that connects the underside to every city on the planet. Supply Tunnel 26 is the main artery into what humans call the Red Light Sector. It costs many lives to block it so we could claim that ground.
We need to keep that tunnel sealed. The Red Light Sector's one of our only safe zones.
Oh, we gotta flirt with the Jedi!
Never thought a beautiful Jedi would be asking me into a Red Light Sector. But I'm happy to oblige.
Kavi's gonna kill me.
From what Risha's said, you should know your way around. Go now and stop Nevis Kit from carrying out this mad plan before the Imperials overrun us. And bring Dharmas back alive. His testimony is worth far more than his head.
Dang it. I was gonna kill him. Listen all y'all, it's sabotage. Sabotage, eh? Well, we'll at least get the red light district dealt with this stream. Hey, Juan! Good to see ya. But what if instead, and hear me out here, kill him? I guess it depends on what he has to say. Good news, everyone! I marathoned the Indiana Jones films this last weekend. All 3 of them? His language is weird. Everything he says sounds like kill me in common. So what did you think, Drew? Don't leave us in suspense. Which one was your favorite? Which one was your least favorite? Choose wisely. You have chosen poorly. Now, is that a troll, Drew? Or are you being legit? And why, if it's not a troll, why is it your favorite? Okay, it's a legitimate. Troll. Okay, good. Whew. It's like timeout rescinded for now. Okay, there's the smuggler phase. Let's go ahead and do the siege warfare before we head in here. It's your second favorite. Which one was your first favorite then? Your favorite is Temple. That is a rare choice, but I do know some people that really like Temple of Doom.
Many thanks, you saved us all.
Let's see. Temple is Hopsfeast. A lot of people normally assume when you have a favorite Indiana Jones movie, it's going to be either Raiders or Last Crusade. Last Crusade is my personal favorite, but there are some people that like the tempo and the subject matter of Temple of Doom. Well, like for me, for example, when I don't watch Temple of Doom all that much, and it's not because I dislike it, it's just I'd much rather watch like Raiders or Last Crusade. But when like they're showing like an Indiana Jones marathon, like at my brother's house or something, and we'll sit there and watch it, I actually enjoy Temple of Doom because I haven't watched it in so long, if that makes any sense. I don't think it can be watched with the frequency of the other two. Temple was just pure pulp fun. Yeah. That is considered the darkest of the Indiana Jones films, and George Lucas will admit himself the reason that it's so dark is, and he apologizes for it, he was like, I was going through a divorce at the time, and my mind was not in a good place. Indy. I liked their chemistry, though. Okay. Solonians have been rescued. And I'm a smuggler. I would not say no to a random security chest. There we go. Now then, partners in crime. Let's see if we can interfere with the shenanigans going on here. Ah! What I like about Crystal Skull is the ancient aliens and man-eating ants. See, I didn't mind the alien twist in Crystal Skull at all. I thought that was great. The man-eating ants were cool too. I guess I really disliked... It's been so long since I watched it. It just didn't... It didn't hit the notes. I think the thing that hit me, that I disliked most about it, is Spielberg and Lucas talked in interviews how they thought films were becoming too CG. And keep in mind, this is coming from George Lucas saying this. And that they were going to focus on more practical effects and stuntmen. And then you see Shia LaBeouf swinging from vines and stuff that is just so blatantly CG. That's where it lost me. No, shut. Oh.
Will not fall.
Hold on. We got some revenge here.
When we blow this tunnel, we'll pour down on the Empire like an erupting volcano. We...
Hi.
M, the Imperial traitor. Will we let him sell Corellia to the Voidwolf? Or teach him how wrong he is?
Traitor! You're dead. Nobody turns against Corellia.
Oh.
Why does everyone always believe the worst of me?
Have you done anything to dissuade them?
I already told them how you stole Bamoran weapons and White Mark cloaking technology for the Voidwolf. Many of them were quite offended by such behavior from someone on a senator's payroll.
Blast him to pieces!
Oh, man. Okay, you die now. Darmus serves the Voidwolf. Darmus wants your women. So what do we do? Do we just go ahead and attack Darmus now? Do we say Darmus serves the Voidwolf, or do we lie and say Darmus wants your women? Serious question, when did you get to Corellia? I got to Corellia about an hour or so ago. Juan, actually more like 45 minutes. We had a awkward encounter on the cat scratch between Risha and Akavi. But there's a reason Akavi is traveling with us now, is because she is now our warrior woman. Yeah, I'm going to say that Darmus wants her. That's too good.
This whole Patriot thing is a sham. He's just in it for the hot lady rebels.
Getting desperate, are we? Kill this man before he calls the Empire down on you.
If you open that tunnel, you give the Empire a path right to you.
A path right to them? Will we cower here or fight to the end?
Hey, wasn't this whole thing his idea?
Forces who sealed off this tunnel. Code 11, Code 11, I'm under attack. Send back up.
Whoa, that escalated quickly. Toilet lids.
Darmus betrayed us. We're lost.
I like how Mesmyrhh just has this, oh, I am so sick of you. Oh, and a big battle droid. Okie dokie. Let's do it. Stop knocking me back, you fool. Okay, is Darmus still here? Because I didn't get a chance to kill him.
Looks as if you did need some additional support.
We're in a Sentinel's
Darmus got
blade.
away. He's fled back to his Imperial masters. Nevis Kit, Corsac. Sorry about that misunderstanding. These aren't Imperial droids. They're local models. Counselor Kaikos' factory.
Kaikos was one of the counselors who opened the doors to the Empire. Imperial troops are using his factory as a field hospital.
Don't tell me there's a droid factory.
Maybe I should send Darmus some flowers.
If Darmus Polarin retreated with the Imperial troops, that's where he'll be.
No.
They've been trying to blow through the Kaikos factory. They've got it
No.
like you wouldn't believe.
It's not
We
true.
found the doctor on the inside, but he hasn't found any weakness in their defense.
Oh.
There's got to be an access point. Sewage pipe, medical waste shipment.
It's soldiers out and casualties back in. Nothing else with a heartbeat.
But if we convince them they're under attack, enough to send all their forces out at once. If you draw them out with staged attacks at multiple locations, we can keep them occupied with hit-and-run tactics. There's minimal risk.
Then our doctor can sneak you into the factory to find Darmus.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
You want me to target specific locations? Or should I just wander around taking pot shots?
I'll mark the locations where you need to stage attacks. Once you draw enough Imperial troops out of the factory, you can go in and find Darmus.
Our men will hold their attention while you rendezvous with Dr. Shibata. I'll tell him to meet you at the triage
Shibata?
station. He can sneak you in along with the Imperial wounded.
Enough Corellians are fighting with the Empire that you shouldn't draw immediate attention. Call me when you reach Darmus Polarin.
So is Shibata going to headbutt me and inflict a self-induced aneurysm? And pyro grenade. attack. Eastern comm relay. Western comm relay. Southern comm relay. The ship Endar Spire 2 has recently crashed on Corellia as well. You must search it all in order to find the HK part that was suddenly added to this quest line. My hate would know no bounds. And looks like we have to go to Labor Valley next. Yep, you guys know how much I love droid factories. The stream would end with Wretch standing up and attacking his monitor with a red saber. I have a lightsaber behind me. It's a 3D printed replica of Vader's, but it's still a lightsaber, damn it. Use it to defend yourself from nerf dart attacks. Well, those nerf dart attacks are vicious. You definitely need something to defend yourself with. So I'm irritated that there's not a lack, or that there is a lack of flight points. Hopefully there will be more in the next district we go to. Fingers crossed. This should fix everything, that we can actually take the tram to Labor Valley. Incorporation Islands, I believe that's the Imperial District. So we'll actually only have 3 districts to run through in the next stream, and we still have 30 minutes left in this stream. We could conceivably do it. Of course, there's also the Aftermath quest to do as well, so maybe not. We still have the mission to actually go and take out the Voidwolf and whatever that entails.
We were starting to wonder if you'd make it back. Glad you didn't bring the Empire with you.
The Solonians made it to the red light sector. The Imperials were too scattered by your attack to stop them.
Goss is helping her sept settle in. I didn't thank you properly earlier.
Do we have access to the Solonian tunnels?
Your actions gained you more than one ally. Goss had her people confirm the Solonian tunnels ran underneath Coronet shipping. The Solonians were forced out of the tunnels by the Empire, but plenty of predators moved in afterwards. You'll have to be careful.
It'll take more than a dumb critter to kill me.
As long as you're down there, you could clear some of those predators out. The Solonians would like their homes back someday.
The tunnels will bypass the shock troops, but their commander, Captain Granta, will be inside. Don't underestimate him.
What do I do once I'm inside?
You'll find the neutron emitters outside, somewhere with a clear shot at the tram system. This spike should override any Imperial security. The neutron emitters will interfere with portable comm transmissions. Once you're inside, contact me through Coronet Shipping's system.
Alright, 114. We've still got better equipment. We're just kind of getting stuff to sell at this point. And you're right over here. We had one more mission here in this zone. And then we'll probably be able to use the transit. I've got a really nasty knot in my left shoulder. The one that kind of sends pain all the way down. I don't recommend it. Lay on a golf ball, that always helps you. Huh. Actually, I've never really thought about that. Just start moving around and let it work out any of the unpleasantness. Yay, the sewer tunnels, which look strangely like the tunnels that you would go through Shizor Skyhook in Shadows of the Empire. Okay, wildlife. There. People are dead now. I've had so many shoulder knots lately. That is brilliant. Yeah. Gonna have to acquire... Oh no, I do have golf balls. I have a set of golf clubs in the garage. I have not gone golfing in quite some time, which I really should do. I used to love playing golf. I'd always dress up like a human peacock, though. I hated just dressing like everyone else on the golf course. Alright, come on, Akavi. We got horrible bat-like things. We can't stop here. This is bat country. You stopped. I was a very tall peacock. Yeah, my normal garb that I would wear when I went golfing was a pair of purple circular Ozzy Osbourne sunglasses, a green bucket hat, a tie-dye t-shirt, the loudest Acapulco Hawaiian shirt I could possibly find outside of that, and camo pants and combat boots. And that's what me and my friends would dress up in, some combination of those themes, and then go golfing together. Do I have my own set of boys to fan? No, unfortunately not. Drew! $15.01 donation to Extra Life. Thank you so much, boss. Holy crap. Well, then that moves us to... Let's see... What was that? I can do math, I swear. Was it 1401? 1501. Oh. Yes, indeed. That will put us at 25, I believe. $825 to help out kids in need. Thank you so much for that, Drew. This isn't an Extra Life stream, but I guess now would be a good time to let you guys know that Crag suggested during the last Extra Life Friday stream of Moonlighter that I should have some sort of punishment or incentive for people to donate funds. And I do agree with him, and I've thought of something that I can do, and it's going to suck, but it's not like debilitating, but it is going to be annoying. It is... Do I have a picture of that garb? No, sadly not. I didn't have a whole lot of photos taken of me when I was younger. But, and if I did have them, I'd have to have them, like, scanned. But I have decided... So here's some quick background. When I was a kid, my mom went on a pretty significant health kick for me at one point. And it was one of those things where I had to have a colonoscope. If it's TMI, I apologize. But I had to have a colonoscope when I was pretty young, like 12 or something like that. I don't know what the issue was, but I had to have it, and this is back before those cameras and everything were as small as they were, so it was a very unpleasant experience. I was sedated and all that, but still. But then after that, my mom became really concerned with my eating habits and everything, and she pretty much, I think I was younger than 12, but she did a thing where she would basically force me to drink a glass of prune juice every morning, like before I headed to school. And just the thought of prune juice right now, and this is coming from someone who can down shots pretty, without flinching. Prune juice is disgusting to me. utterly and completely disgusting. I know it's a warrior's drink. I am the anti-Wharfcath. I apologize. But I prefer blood wine. But it is probably in my top 5 most disgusting drinks of all time. So starting on Friday, which starts out the month of March, I am basically going to do for every $20 that is donated during an Extra Life stream, or just during a stream in general, because, you know, all that money's going to the same cause, I will down a glass of prune juice on camera, and it will be a very unpleasant experience, because I don't think there's not a power in the verse that's going to make me enjoy it. But I'd rather down a handful of Bean Boozle than drink prune juice. He's gonna be so slim for that Mikey cosplay. Whether I want to or not. So yeah, I've got to stop by the grocery store and grab some and basically have it on hand in case of donations. So that's going to start this on March 1st for this upcoming Moonlighter stream. So if you would like to help out kids in need and see me torture myself, by all means, feel free. Okay, are these guys dead yet? What's going on here? Oh, that's a tough... Okay. Gotcha. I really don't want to fight my way through all this. Well, I would like to slim down a bit so I don't look like a fat Michael Myers when I do the cosplay. Though that would be more akin... Yeah, it would be slightly more akin to the Michael Myers that we see in the latest Halloween film. Because he is a little bit chubby, just because he's gotten old. Ani, at your size, trying to steal candy from me is going to be very similar to trying to steal something from Smaug's horde in The Hobbit. Price check on prune juice, Bob.
Congratulations. You're inside. Did you give any thought to what might happen next? Coronet shipping is under my command. You may have beaten our defenses, but you won't get past my men.
Oh, crap, Crag. You know what I'm going to have to do now? I'm going to have to, when someone donates that much, I'm going to have a command that has Batty from Fern Gully going, price check on prune juice, Bob. Price check on prune juice. Oh, no. Crap.
Might want to ask all the troops I just passed about that.
You'll find the men who guard the tunnels very different from the men who guard me. Outside, the tunnels were your escape route. In here, you have nowhere to run. Destroying the neutron emitters will get you nowhere. We have other ways of keeping the Republic under control.
That's a little cryptic.
The Republic prefers a fair fight. I prefer a fight I can win.
Orders, sir.
Show the Republic how the Empire handles its enemies.
Okay. No, I'd say these troops died just as easily as the other ones have. And... whoop. Buy 3 or 4 prune juices. Yeah, I'm going to have like 8-ounce glasses of it. I'm not going to be like chugging down huge amounts of it just because... Wait, do you know what you're doing? That spike's no toy. Those neutron emitters could kill us all if they're handled improperly. You're trying to shut them down, right?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
I worked at Coronet Shipping before the Empire moved in. Captain Granta kept me around for maintenance. Don't worry, I want the neutron emitter scrapped too. Just let me handle the spike. I'm a professional.
Captain Granta is dead, General. We're ready to shut down the neutron emitters.
Cancel that. Imperial troops are boarding the rocket trams, trying to cripple us before we can move out. If the Imperials hit us hard enough, we'll have no one left to send. We have to use the neutron emitters to wipe them out.
Hey, Imperials aren't the only one using the rocket tram. Civilians have been smuggling themselves out with Imperial shipments for months. You fire the emitters now, you'll kill innocent people. For the greater good.
The civilians knew the risks. We can't let the Imperials reach those troops.
Hey, boss, you've got the gun. I just hope nobody I know is on board. Well, that's handy. Oh, there is a lot of civilians on there. Whoops. At least they died quick and clean. The command went through. Everything alive on the rocket tram was wiped out.
I'll have my men meet the tram at the station to make sure. Get back to the red light sector as soon as you can.
So, we didn't get a whole lot of intel in that go-around, you know what I mean? That wasn't civilians smuggling themselves out. That was civilians taking a tram with Imperials just hanging out as an escort. If I had known that, I wouldn't have done it. But the game gave you the impression that they're, you know... Do it. The game gave you the impression that they are... that it was just a few of them, like, smuggling their way, like, into crates or some such. So, bad form, game. Bad form. Yeah, they did know the risks. This is true. Alright, we got about 15 minutes left in the stream, guys. The risks of the commuting. Yeah, I know when I was on the highway, the chance of getting hit by a neutron emitter was quite high. Down Interstate 20. Maybe.
You made it out. We've been busy. Coronet shipping's still a mess. But the rocket trams are up and running. The neutron emitters work perfectly. The Imperials on board didn't even have a chance to attack.
Tell that to the civilians trying to escape the war. They didn't deserve to become casualties.
They took a chance trying to escape. It turned out bad.
You might call the sacrifice of a couple of Corellian families bad. Some might call it wrong.
What's important is we have access to the rocket tram. We're already moving troops and supplies to Republic holdouts across Corellia. But the Empire's not making it easy. Once our reinforcements move from the rocket tram to the ground transport, they disappear.
We're not sure how the Empire's catching them, but someone contacted us who thinks he does. Councillor Balos, of the same Corellian council that voted to join the Empire.
You sound bitter.
That was a mistake. The Republic's trying to free Corellia. I want to help.
Keeper?
You're lucky the Republic even answered your comm call.
I want to see Corellia restored. Only the Republic can do that.
Empire hasn't kept the peace on Corellia like you hoped?
I'm not asking for forgiveness. But your reinforcements will never get through Labor Valley without my help. Your men disappear once they move to speeders. The Empire's using prototype droids that can bring down any short-range vehicle.
Where did the Empire find this technology?
Not found. Developed. They've rounded up the best scientists and technicians on Corellia and put them to work.
To work?
My assistant, Dina Behar, has been researching the droids. I've instructed her to meet you in Labor Valley. Can she expect you?
We'll take whatever information your assistant can offer.
I should get back before I'm missed. If I learn anything else that might help, I'll contact you.
If this is a trap, we'll find out soon enough. Take the rocket tram to Labor Valley and find this Dina Behar. We need to stop those droids.
Radio, man, radio. Ding! Kratzman! Ooh, we got a lot of crap.
On your feet.
Well, let us go ahead and travel to the new digs then, guys. We'll jump on a tram and head over to Labor... Well, not necessarily the new digs, but the new zone. And I don't know, we may be able... I'm trying to remember how quick it took Threll to get through some of these zones. I remember it was quite a slog, but we eventually did it. At least there was some good storyline to get us from one place to another. I am liking what we're doing so far on Corellia for the Republic, which is good. Corellia was actually the capital planet for the Republic in Star Wars Galaxies. Like, it was their big hub. Hey, Seraphim, welcome back. We're in the urban sprawl that is Corellia. We've got about 13 minutes left in the stream. After the stream is over, guys, we're going to go ahead and raid someone, so stay tuned for that. Also need to go ahead and check the mail. So we have 2 pieces that are just kind of sitting there. Sell off our junk. And head over to, what was it called again? Labor Valley. Which seems like a smaller, well, no, not necessarily a smaller zone, but hopefully a smaller zone. I like to think this tram is now going to have the sterile smell of a suicide booth from Futurama. Gormak Zach, business. I contacted your representative. Our product goes to port nowhere. First payment is enclosed. The Gormak offer thanks. When the final war comes and the Voss die, you'll be remembered as our friend. Okay, so Gormak Zach did not get the memo about the Voss and Gormak being one. Ambassador Janik. Careful. The political situation in Voskar is like a red-hot sand wasp hollow. Senior Voss commandos are being called back for consultations about the Gormak. Every mystic non-seclusion is being asked for advice. You took thousands of years of Voss culture and gave it a good shake. I can't imagine what it's going to look like once things settle down, but I want to be here to see. I still can't believe the Voss and the Gormak share a common origin. Neither can they, I imagine. But one thing's certain. We're not getting any Voss allies anytime soon. For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing by telling them. My superiors might not agree, but they don't know the Voss like I do. We're going to help them work this out, and someday there'll be a place for them in the Republic. Thank you for your coin. I'll pat Mesmyrhh on the back. Consider it a job well done. Actually get here on the ramp. And
please select an available travel route.
Ah, the stink of clean. You missed a few blood spots, but that's understandable. It is public transport. Oh, that's cool. I never did this before. You can actually see the subway system. What would be the purpose of that? It's not like in Warcraft where you can jump off the train and run down the tunnels. That was actually one of the best ways to raid Ironforge and Stormwind, was to use the Normagon tunnels. You have no intention of ever going on a subway. Have I ever been on a subway? No. No, I have not. Just the opportunity to do so has never come up. I have been on like the trams at airports and stuff, like Orlando. In order to get from one area of the airport to another, you have to take a public tram system. But it's the airport, so it's not like your kind of slice of life that a subway would have. Okay, repair all, sell our junk. Get rid of that. And I believe I am going to go ahead and just sell the Visionary Targeter's gear. And get rid of... Oh, Mastery, Endurance, Power, and Critical. That's actually an upgrade for us. Republic Memorabilia. Mastery, Endurance, and Power. Some of our gear is actually not up to par now. Interesting. Oh, but we are getting like level 55 stuff, so that makes sense. The tram goes above and below. I like the concept of a pyro grenade. We're going to keep that. And we'll keep the Corellian Targeter's Blaster just so we have the set. And did we actually equip the proper thing? No. No, we did not. There. At least in WoW, when you equip an upgrade, it takes care of the... or replaces the lowest item level thing. Alright. So, we've got Lanius Car here. We've got P2XN. I think that's a dungeon, though. Is that a dungeon? Yes, that is a dungeon. We will say no to that because we are avoiding Directive 7 in this playthrough. I remember how much... Yeah. Negative Ghost Rider. Who are you and what do you want?
Am I glad to see you? We've got a serious problem on our hands. 1 second. Hey, get Haig on the comlink. If they don't evacuate those people in record time, we might as well start digging graves.
I'm on it.
Digging graves, sir?
Sorry. Corellia Chemical's about to blow sky high, and we got a ton of civilians in the blast radius.
What are we looking at over there?
The Republic tried to run a bunch of Imperials out of the factory, and the place took heavy damage. A fire inside's got the refining equipment ready to overload, and we're almost out of time. If someone doesn't physically shut down those machines, that factory will be one giant chemical bomb going off in a civilian population.
This man looks like he could assemble barns in no time flat.
Do you have men inside trying to stop the overload?
That place is crawling with Imperial battle droids. I got a bunch of Corpsec grunts and volunteers here. There's no way. Those droids won't just stand around while someone shuts down the machines. We're talking heavy combat. Look, it's a long shot, but we're out of options. Can you do it?
Isaac, Space Amish. Corellia being Imperial is my hunter's fault? Actually, it's my Imperial agent's fault, too.
It's been a while since I broke a sweat. Might be fun.
Well, you're not short on grit, I'll give you that. Just hurry. We're on the clock.
Someone just posted, "Hey, I just got done with Smuggler. Grats." Well, hello there, General Kenobi. Love it. Okay, so we got the factory recall. Communications relay. Let's go ahead and take care of the relays first. And then that should be good for the stream tonight. Then we'll check and see who else is streaming. Go ahead and send the good vibes their way. And pick it up mañana. The Adventures of Isaac. Space Amish. I'd watch it. That sounds like a Netflix series. Or at least Adult Swim. Unless that it's already existed and I'm just not aware of it. Sometimes you have to love the general chat. Yeah. The Isaac Space Amish actually reminds me of The Expanse. Because one of the big forces working in The Expanse is the Church of Latter-day Saints, who are in the middle of building a very big ship to take them to the edge of the solar system because they want to find life away from Sol. Which kind of tells you, when I heard about it, and I was just like, hey, this entire church is building this giant spaceship and going away from civilization. All I could think about, and I don't know if you guys would remember it, Pastor Richards from GTA Vice City. If you listen to Vice City Public Radio, Pastor Richards would be on Pressing Issues with Maurice Chavez talking about he had a giant statue of himself that was actually a ship, and he was trying to get all of his followers to give him money so they could blast off into space. One time when I was really sick, I watched an hour loop of Kenobi and Grievous saying hello there to each other. That definitely sounds like something you would hear in Delirium. Love the Expanse series. You're almost done with the first book. Liquid and I were looking through Prime Video and found out they had all 3 seasons. So we are very excited about that. I'm probably going to sit down and binge watch them. I love the first season of The Expanse. I haven't got the chance to watch season 2 or 3. But hopefully that's something I can rectify later. Whoa! That wasn't what I wanted. I mean, you guys still died, but... yeah, we were very surprised. Okay, let's get you out of the way there, Master Demolitionist. Oh no, you're gonna pull everyone a cavia. Why? Oh, here, we'll let you take care of that. And do we have a tough? Nope, that was the last one. Yeah, for any sci-fi fans who are looking for something a little bit out of the ordinary, I highly recommend The Expanse if you have not watched it. Yep, that's what happens with brawler companions, and I'm sure even if she was ranged, she'd still do the exact same thing. She is a Mando. She lives for the fighting. Kind of like John Travolta's Michael. Anytime there was an opportunity for battle, he'd take it.
You'll live.
There's where you guys go. Alrighty. Well. I was waiting to see if a blaster was going to hit that demolitionist. Not the case. Yoinks! And away! Okay, we got 2 tough spawns here. Easy enough to kill. Pew pew. Oh, I saw Mandalorian tech staff. Hold up. Let's grab this. We've got a repeating blaster. That doesn't look that good. But we also had... Oh, that's the same. Oh, no, that's spikier. Here you are, warrior woman. I got you an upgrade. Now you have a sharper instrument of death. A whooping stick. Bam.
As you like.
Okay. And then face to face for the elevator to speak to Shibata. But I'll tell you what, guys, I think we are going to do that at the beginning of the next stream. I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out as Mesmyrhh had his relationship issues at the beginning of the stream, and now we are making our way through Corellia, and hopefully we'll be able to take out the Voidwolf and the traitors. So we'll see how much we're able to get done in the next stream tomorrow. If you guys haven't followed the channel, please do so. I try and stream Monday through Friday unless real life or anything else gets in the way. And if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.